Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a great Friday, whatever it is that you're doing. I wanted to update you on where we're at. So, we've got the bodice of the dress cut out. I've got some appliques laid here as an indication of what I'm going for on the bodice, which will be traveling down to the skirt area here, probably more in a um, modified V here. I don't want it to come too low in this area. We're going to add appliques to the side here on the front and the back. The side, back, and the back here. This is the middle skirt right here, and I was able to take the darts out. No darts, no princess seams in the front skirt, and I'm so glad about that. I'm so glad about that. So this is my princess seam right here, covered in lace. I'm going to mimic the same thing over here. And then we will attach the bodice to the skirt. So we'll have some lace on the skirt as well. So I'll be clustering the lace, as you can see here. Just clustering it in, sewing it down, filling in the spaces. Down here on this princess seam as well. The lace itself actually came in a, let me show you how it came. The lace itself came in a line. It's all connected like this. So it came in a roll, but it's all on a straight line, which means I have to be diligent to, since it's not matched up for me on a background, I have to then decide how I want this to actually go on the top, the bodice, I should say. So this is my intention, is to lay it up here so that it actually will, number one, cover the princess seam, which is what I definitely want it to do. But then I want it to cluster on this side. So I'll have to, of course, anybody that knows how to do this, you know what I'm talking about, and you're probably a much bigger expert than I am. So anyway, I'm just going to continue to lay the lace on the bodice and around the front here, and sporadically place it here. Perhaps I might just do it all over. Okay, so then down on the skirt, though, I want to bring it down from the skirt and just place it here in certain places, about to the abdomen, that's the abdomen, your lower abdomen and the high hip in this area right here. I don't want it to go too far down in the crotch area of where a pair of pants would be. So that's what we're working on there. Again, this is the middle skirt. I'll be sewing that up around the edges here. This is the circular skirt that has been hanging overnight. So the bias should be dropped out of it, and I'll be sewing those together. And at that point, then I have to decide how I want to add this lace before I sew the garment together. But what I will be doing, as you can see with Miss Margaret, what I will be doing is adding the skirt to the hemline of the middle skirt on the underlining and the lining where the boning is going to be. So all of that has to happen before I add these details to the fabric. That's where we're at. It seems like it's going to be a great challenge and opportunity. So that's where we're at. you're going to see me sewing the seams together on the skirt. You're going to see me sewing the seams together on the skirt, on the circular skirt, which is the larger skirt. Deciding to add horse on the hem. It's got about 1.5 inch hem. So if I add a horsehair braid, that's going to cause it to stand out more from the body or from the hemline than if I just let it lay flat. So those are some details that I'm working on. And while I've got them all wrapped up, or while I'm wrapping them up, I will keep you posted. Okay. Okay, so we've got the skirt, the middle skirt, all worked out. We've got the side seam sewn. I haven't ironed anything yet. We've got the side seam sewn. We've got the back with a space for the zipper. Just laying it up against the bodice. Okay. Oh, wow. What does that look like? There we go. Okay, so we've got that hemmed here. This is what we're looking at. This is what we're working with. Okay, so there's the bodice. Again, I still need to, I need to absolutely work out this lace area situation. So my thought is this. My thought is this. To, let me take this, here it is. To actually take this length here and begin to snip, like snip right here, and then lengthen it out again, probably that same length because that's the longest space here, and lengthen it out again. Actually, I think I'm just going to go ahead and do that. It's not going to hurt anything. Lengthen it out again here. Come on, lace. Come on, work with me. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing lost by me doing that right now, so. The highest point is here. So if I were to go right here, I wish I had one of those burners, but I do not at this point. That doesn't mean that I cannot grab one at one point. So what I'm going to show you is what my thought was that came to me while I was sitting at the sewing machine. Okay, so if I trim it like this, and I trim it again at the highest point is up here, but I just trim it again long enough to give me that space. Okay, so I've got another length here, and my idea and intention is to fit it into each other here. Whichever side is the best side, I'll have to figure that out. And then this would be the third one. To fit that in there like that. I think that's what I'm going to do, actually. And then I can actually baste it in here and fill in the spaces or the gaps as I do it, as I move forward. So that's what we're going to do. That's going to take some time to do that. Here's a loose piece right here. So again, just filling in the gaps here. Perhaps filling in the gaps here. However it's going to work. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and cut this lace down because it is absolutely difficult to work with unless I do that. I think we're making progress right there. So there we're at. That's what we're going to do with the top. That's the part we're going to be working on for the next few sewing sessions, as well as Miss Margaret. Okay, so that's what we're working on as far as the lace goes. It is absolutely gorgeous. I just want to make sure I'm doing this in a worthy manner. And then Miss Margaret is going to get her lining and her circular skirt underlining, and her lining for the skirt and the bodice, and then the underlining for the circular skirt and lining for the circular skirt. All those things have to come together. Plus we need to do boning on those princess seams on the front, on the side, and in the back to give it support. And then we will do a whole lot of working underneath the garment and come back to this. This is actually like the icing on the cake. Okay, so that's the part that will come. We'll put it on last. I will apply it to the bodice, but as far as sewing everything together, all the underlinings have to be worked out first. So that's where we're at. It sounds like a lot, and believe me, it is a lot. Now I understand why it takes 8 months to a year to get a bridal gown once you order one. Alrighty, so I wonder whose this is going to be. I promise it's going to be spectacular. God bless you. Have a great day.